Okay, I'm going to test the audio here. Welcome in, everyone. Very important message today. Part 2 of Erika, Kirk, Deceives America. The psychic investigation continues. Okay, I'm going to test the audio here. Welcome. Perfect. I can hear myself. I'll wait for a few of you guys to come in here. I think today we may be doing 2 videos today simply because I'm going to spend about 30, 40 minutes on this one, possibly 30 minutes, and then I'm going to have to come back. But the reason why I felt compelled to come back here in this moment is because I have a live wire. What's a live wire, guys? You know, I'm a supernatural quantum telepathic healer. A live wire is I'm synced right into the energy field of Erika Kirk. I will post the other video, the first video, in this long series of psychic investigation that we are doing. Um, Hi, welcome in, everyone. I'm going to get to the chat after I, get into this message. I do want to say, guys, more than half of you guys who watch this channel on a regular basis are not subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. I put my heart, my soul, my passion, literally my body, my energy on the line into bringing you guys these messages. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Put a like on the video when you come in. This is going to be very, very important. So I'm going to lay down some ground rules for the people that are new to the channel so you can understand what it is that you are witnessing here, because this channel is not like any other channel, not like any other tarot readers or energy readers or any of that sort. I am a supernatural healer. So one of the ways that, I receive messages is through impressions in the body. So what that means is supernaturally, I will receive impressions and I will understand whose energy that I am in the field of. And I also deal with templates. So sometimes we might start off talking about Erika Curry's. Guys, that's her name, by the way. Source calls her Erika Curry. And I'll get you up to speed with that. But essentially, it is a deceptive person, right? That's the slang for Curry, someone that wants to have a benefit for themselves at the expense of other people. So here's the thing. I'm going to be using all of my supernatural abilities, right? And my entire body is a channel for source consciousness, right? And I receive telepathic messages as well, right? And I read energy signatures. So there's a lot going on. And we need to kind of build on top of this. Already, I can tell you guys this. Erika Curry's or Erika Kirk's energy is here. However, she's trying to distract me. And is it Erika Kirk specifically trying to distract me? No, it's the field that Erika Kirk exists in is trying to not get me to penetrate it, but the energy is already here. So there's some messages coming through. I'm going to lay down the foundation. And then later on this evening, I'm going to come back and we're going to build and put the 2 videos together because the biggest lie ever told, that's kind of the energy that's going on here. And I am really getting anti-Christ energy as the anti-Semitic thing kind of blows up and everyone now is turning on the Zionists. There's something building that is much larger than Charlie, much larger than Erika, much larger than Trump. I think this is going to lead us to the Antichrist. I truly do, because this is the energetic impressions that I am getting. Right? So here's the thing. You have to know this. This is coming through. I'm a conscious channeler. So what that means is when you guys see me close my eyes, I'm channeling, right? I don't have to actually go into trance, into an altered state to channel. I can do that from my conscious state of being. Sometimes I do close my eyes, but nevertheless, this is coming through very clear. There's something interesting about the Turning Point USA. What you have to understand is Turning Point USA as a corporation has been compromised. They don't want me to say it. It's been compromised. Source said that Vance, Vice President Vance, is heavily in control of what Turning Point USA, the things that they get involved with from here on out. Somehow he has acquired a piece of this company under the table, of course. There is an energy coming from this company that I am telling you, it is very anti-Christ. Here's the thing. Since this has been compromised, this Turning Point USA is an energy field within its own. This is what, oh my God, I'm putting the codes all together, guys. Listen, I will direct you guys to the other videos in the series, but it's very important that you get this and you can catch up later. Here's the thing. It's coming through so clear, so crystal clear. And I think I've done over 10 videos. So more evidence is building and the energy is snowballing into this message that we are about to crescendo, right? Turning Point USA is now its own sort of vehicle. Just like your countries are vehicles, just like these religions are instruments to move money from point A to point B, Turning Point USA has become an instrument not only to move money, because at the end of the day, this always leads back to harming the little ones, if you know what I mean. So we're going to get more of that, right? But this field within Turning Point USA, the reason why Trump was saying to Charlie's energy, he needs more time. Charlie was tapping on the Israel lie. It wasn't time for Israel to be exposed in that such a grand stage yet, because Trump was trying to figure out how to remove funding from Israel and funnel it back into the American economy, which is somewhat still tied into Israel. So guys, you have to understand, moving money from Israel and from from the organizations that are pro, the Zionists, even when you move money from that, and as that money funnels back into America through one of these vehicles, right, or debt instruments, the Zionists are heavily invested in America within itself. These two appear to be separate, but they are not. They are combined because of the deals and the bloodshed. Sources saying these two, the America and the government of Israel, what they call the Zionists, right, are in a blood covenant together. So when we zone out, Trump wanted to shut down funding from Israel, funnel that back into the American economy, and have our markets explode. But what source is saying is it won't work long term, simply because we are in a blood covenant with them. And so what that means is every single person that they're over there, like Palestine, Gaza, the wanting to ethnically cleanse it, as they say, it has America's blood on it. America provides Israel with the weapons. America provides Israel with the money. America is in a blood covenant with this place. There will be no goodness that America will see unless we, as the people, as the Americans, cleanse this out. We have to. I'm getting, guys, this is crazy because this is all coming through the conscious channeling. We're going to have to pull out of the America lie. We're going to get to that. But in the end, Americans, in order to save ourselves, our soul, and to stop ourselves from being recycled, because these Zionists and whoever the corporation of America, when we zone out those archons that people talk about, that the archons and the demiurge, that is the blood covenant. They're part of the soul swapping recycling center. We're going to get back to Turning Point USA, but Source has us skipping around in the timeline. Eventually, Americans, we're going to have to pull out of the American lie. But right now, we're on the Israel lie. So let's stay right there. The Israel lie is falling down. As the Israel lie falls down, some of that money now, where is it going to be going to? It's going to be going into this vehicle called Turning Point USO. USO. USA, but USO. Interesting. It's going to be going into the vehicle of Turning Point USA. The Turning Point USA vehicle is the foundational groundwork that is being laid for the one world religion to birth a antichrist. They have to get everyone. What they're trying to do is portray like a Christian, like Erica, like, is telling people, hey, you need to get involved in a church and you need to do this. And they're going to appear to bring the values back, right? So the right will appear to bring back the Christianity, the values, right, of Christianity. But it's only to get people energetically primed and entangled into this foundation. So make no mistake, the Turning Point USA is a foundation that they are laying down for the one world religion, which will give birth to the Antichrist. That is what this thing is. And within this Turning Point USA foundation, they will devour little ones. They will devour nations. They will devour hope. They will devour sovereignty. They will devour us, our energy. This is big picture. So, yes, this is still Erika Kirk, but Erika Kirk's energy led me here. I'm in a collective template now. So, today, I think right now within this video, we are viewing this on a collective scale. When I come back this evening, we'll go back into the energy field of Erika and decipher more of what happened with Charlie. But right now, this message is being pulled from a collective template using Erika Kirk's energy to access this key code into this collective template. This is Turning Point USA is going to be the foundation because it has been compromised of the one world religion of the Antichrist. And now we have to question Trump. We have to question Vance. We have to question every leader that we ever thought that we had, because each and every one of them have been part of this deep state consciousness, have been part of the Masons, the Illuminati, the Scottish Rite, and even the Black Illuminati. I can't remember what that's called right now, but every one of power, they all have an invested interest in the lowering of the collective frequency, because this is how they stay in power. And so when we zone out, we look into the archons, cycling back our energy back into physicality, back into the matrix. They are part of it. And what we are experiencing in this split of time, as we are at the end of the age portal, as we have the karmic mirror, what we are experiencing in this moment of time is a time where we can become free and sovereign. But in order to do that, what you must do is to break all of their chains and break all of their tools. You have to stop believing in their organizations and all of their lies. Every single one is a lie. Every country is a lie. There isn't any such thing as a country. Every racial classification they put you into is a lie, because we all come from one source, one consciousness, and one man and one woman. Every divisionary tool is a lie and propaganda used to divide and conquer so that they can feast on loosh, but more importantly, they want to not only feast on the little ones, the young ones, but when we zone out, we are all kind of young within creation. When we talk about the archons and the demiurge and the false entity, it's not a god, people think. See, these religions, they have a common thread. They are all attached to a deity. It's not a god. It's a deity, an entity. And it's a very well orchestrated machine that starts in the crevices of the Vatican, of the underground rooms, where they hide truth and display a lie. There's tunnels underneath there too, I see, that lead to networks into very powerful people and to beings and to outer worlds. And so what you must know in this collective space that we find ourselves in today is that the Turning Point USA is building a foundation not to free your mind, not to produce sovereign souls and to produce lovers of Christ, but to prime your energy to deceive you, to trick you into what they will present as righteousness, but it won't be. It will consume you, and you will be in bed once again with the same energy that we spent eons trying to get free from. So it's what's happening in this moment. We've come full circle with religion. We've come full circle with all of our incarnations. And our soul is saying, I think I am ready and finally able to break out of this system, this soul recycling system. The matrix is what they say. I think I'm ready to go higher. I think I'm ready for truth. I think I see the truth now. And so this company, right? So we're at the end of this kind of apex. And then they're right here at the beginning to consume the ones that have awakened. Catch it. Turning Point USA wants to consume the ones that have awakened to truth. So the very ones who have awoken up to truth, which is why they were like, hey, we're going to the right now. Even a lot of Black people came over to the right because they want to consume that energy. So they align themselves as true, as truth, as speakers of truth. And this is why they gave you Trump with the, he has diarrhea of the mouth, right? All the time. He just says whatever he wants to, because it appeared that it was free speech. But as we know now, we've gotten less free. We've gotten less free men. We've gotten less Charles, which means Freeman. We've gotten less of that because this energy now, this presidency, this company that truly is still Trump, Vance, and the globalists, it's still the globalists. It's just on the other side of the coin, guys. You spent all that time, your soul waking up. You're about to get free. You're about to get out of the matrix, finally go back home to source. This company's here to consume your energy. And the energy they consume is not just from this lifetime. You're about to take another soul contract, being back enslaved and in bed with this collective entity that cycles and funnels itself through all of the various religions. I don't care what religion it is. It all is farce. It's not real. It's all entity based. You are about to get free during this very special year of the 9, during the end of the age portal. You can get free, but Turning Point USA wants to devour your energy again, get you involved in another soul contract where you now go through a period of forgetfulness yet again. And then how many lifetimes will you have to do this again to remember who you are? Source never, ever lies. You have to know that. This is what is going on. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the other automatic drawing I did. So this is the second one on Erika that I've done. So when you guys do automatic drawing or writing, you don't know what you're writing. You're just doodling. It's not till I look back at it. I just did this right here, right before, when I was tinkering around with the sound. Spent less than a minute just doodling. But now Source wants to uncode this for us. Do you see how there's a C here? And then there's a massive line, and it's being anchored into something which appears to be in water. And there's some sort of energy here anchoring this down into water. You ever seen boats being anchored into water? They have anchors on them so the boat just doesn't swim off. There's an energy field around that. And there's something here too, which is like almost some sort of boulder or some sort of energy that is layered. There's a massive weight. On one end, when we look at this, let's look at this like Charlie for a moment. Let's examine it like Charlie. What happened to Charlie? Charlie was split. And remember in the first reading, what I got? was some sort of consciousness siphoning and a split in consciousness, a siphoning out of consciousness. And it's showing up again as I tap into Erika Curry or Erika Kirk's energy. There's a huge line. Charlie was always going to be a sacrificial lamb. Always, always, always. The moment he got with Erika, remember in the last video, the source code says her energy was always going to consume him. She was always going to be bigger than him. There's an X on Charlie, not an X, but a line going through it. Okay. And there's also something anchoring down, anchoring us into this Charlie Kirk energy field. Because remember what I said before, this energy field is the right energetic temperature to prime us for some of these larger events to happen. So the spiritual COVID I spoke about that I saw, and now there is a uptick in physical COVID. Because remember, everything happens in the spiritual realm first. If you don't want the physical COVID, you must get rid of the energetic COVID, the spiritual COVID going on in the spiritual collective body of consciousness, right? And so this is what we're getting. We are heavily weighed down into the Charlie Kirk energy. Charlie is no longer there. So now in the psychic investigation, one of the things I've been trying to figure out, we know it was a staged event. Everyone's in on it. But the question now, was Charlie in on it too? Or was Charlie not in on it, but just part of the stage play that we saw? And guys, as the psychic investigation goes further, it's kind of getting that it's either he wasn't in on it or he was in on it, but they flipped it on him and he still became a casualty of war. So no matter how you slice this thing, he's still not sovereign. So whether he was in on it at first, he doesn't appear to be in on it anymore because they have totally anchored him down. Now, could this be the collective energy just being anchored down into the Charlie or Charles energy? Because remember, Charles, she called him Charles in one of those clips the other day, means freeman. Well, this C is crossed out. So there isn't any freeman. This is what they want. We are getting free. They want to consume us again and anchor us back down into the entity. What did I say before? How do we get out of this? We got to get out of these religions because these religions have a entity attached to them. Most people are praying to the entity. How do you know you're getting the entity and not the real God? It's very simple. When you're lowered in frequency, praying and wishing and hoping, and you're praying from a deficit or from scarcity, from something evil, from something racist, from something prejudiced or whatever, protecting this land, but not protecting that land. You're not getting source God. Source God can use one thing and it can be good and correct and balanced for all of us, right? That's how you know you're getting the entity, which is playing on your five senses and your emotional body. Okay. Everyone in religion's not wrapped up in the entity. There's some people who are like prophets and they think that I know they're talking to source. I can tell with the vibration of the messages they're getting. So it doesn't mean because you're in religion, you are naturally embedded with an entity. No, but it's when you lower yourself in the frequency, the only energy you're going to get is the lowered frequency. So you're going to get the lesser God. You're going to get the God that is wrapped up with the Vatican and the Muslim and the Christian and all of that. I don't care whatever religion it is. We can even go into some of these Eastern religions. They're all bought and sold too nowadays. That's what I'm getting. We getting free. They don't want us to be a free man. Charles means free man. They want to X that out, anchor us back down. Something very interesting I found, guys. Remember in the last, we're gonna play this again tonight, but in the last video, I showed the Charlie. This is the original one I did. This is Charlie. Here's his neck. His head is down. His feet is in bondage. Bondage, that's his bum here. He's in a position of weakness, like he's being locked away, not able to move. There's a massive X here anchoring him down. Feet in bondage, cannot move. X here, X marks the spot with the neck. Very interesting. In this automatic drawing that I do today, there's a hidden X here, right here. So this would show up on, where does this show up at? You can't make it up. Thank you, Swords. Yesterday, because I receive impressions in my body, I got impression in my lower abdomen on the left side. Well, get this, guys. This X is showing up on the lower left side. It's your right, my left, and it's hidden. Can you see it? I had to circle it. It's an X there. It's hidden. That X is hidden. And you wouldn't know it because all of this noise is going on here, but it's there. So they're anchoring humanity down into this field, not a free man, but rather a slave back again. That X aligns back with the X here, anchoring Charlie's energy down. Also found on my left side. Left side anchor down, X. This is Erika's energy, and this is the entity. This X showed up in Candace's reading, but this X is representative of this collective entity that all of this, everyone's in bed with, and they're being funneled through these religions. And so there's the X here, the X there, bondage in the feet, can't move, bondage. These are now boulders now. So not only, see, Charlie was a sacrificial lamb for them to anchor all of us down because we all poured in our energetic currency into the situation. And now we've been anchored down into, I'm talking, there's center blocks down into the earth. It's a massive, massive hold that they were able to, siphon a lot. And yeah, so I want to say that for now. I have to run, but I'll come back this evening and we will continue to build on this. So what I've given to you guys right now is more big picture. From Erika Kirk's energy, we popped right into a collective template. And there also is a lot of biblical stuff too that I think is going to come up as we start to dig deeper and dive into her energy field. So I'm going to leave this video right here. But guys, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. And I will see you guys in a few hours back here, okay? I love you so very much. Take care.